It's time for the futures outlook. Crude oil getting crushed. Let's bring in Brian Stutland for the trade there. I mean, this is not that complicated, right? Inflation expectations up, rates up, dollar up, oil down. Is that how it's going to stay now for a little bit?
It might. I mean, look at the trade has been in the past to play oil. When we got the announcement by Moderna and Pfizer on the phase 3 success of their trials, oil really took off in this up channel. And like you mentioned, now we have these other factors now adding headwinds to it. And I think oil got a little ahead of itself, Scott, when we saw it sort of jump a few weeks ago. But then the Saudis, by the Saudis saying basically we're not going to increase supply, that doesn't mean the Russians aren't or the U.S. producers aren't going to increase supply. So now I think we're seeing it sell off along with these other factors you just mentioned. And if I'm long energy names, which I've added to in our portfolio in our mutual fund, I've added to energy, but maybe I don't want to sell those names and have a taxable event. So instead, what I'd like to do is play the futures market here in oil. I can short a crude oil future looking at around 61.80. I think that's a good level to sort of get into the downside with the target of 60. I think it looks like we're going to trend back towards that level on the downside. And if we rip back to the high side, I have a stop. I take myself out of this trade at 63.20. So I'm basically risking 1,400 to make 1,800. Kind of hedges my energy risk if I've had that on in my portfolio, or if you want to just take a short bet. I think the channel is still to the upside here, Scott. So I'm not ready to get out just yet, but this is a great way to play to the short side. Take a little profit off the table after a huge run.
All right, Stutz, appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.